Thank you for your patience. I've got the link now. I'm sharing the link here. You can send it to your WhatsApp so that if you get logged out, you can watch the webinar on YouTube. And I'll ask Neha to share it in the WhatsApp group also. All right. So I'll get back to my slides so that I can start the webinar and let you know more about this program. Just give me a second. All right. A lot of you must be hearing this from your doctors. The problem cannot be cured, but will only have to be managed. This is said for most of the chronic ailments. And they may also be telling you that organs do not regenerate. That's what the doctors have been telling you. But today is the day that you'll come to know you may not have to take medicines lifelong to manage your disease, and your problem can be cured or addressed to a great extent. And most importantly, organs keep regenerating and they can regenerate. So these are some of the things that you'll come to know how it's possible and how it's possible specifically through Kumbhak. I'd like to introduce you to Swami Sri Rajvibhu. He's a rare Kumbhak yogi and he's been transforming lives of thousands of people who have not found any relief even after years of using allopathic medicine. Through his various Kumbhak therapy programs, he has taken people out of chronic disease like thyroid, BP, heart, diabetes, and even life threatening diseases like cancer. Now, who is this webinar for? This for people who are tired of temporary treatment and are looking for a natural and permanent solution. This is one. And this is for people who want to take charge of their health in their own hands and are willing to work on themselves to come out of their health issues. Now, we've delegated or we've outsourced our health to somebody else. And those people are telling us that you'll have to live with this. But now's the time, like Swamiji says, you can't delegate your health to somebody else. You can't outsource your health. It has to be understood. The body has to be understood so that you can take charge yourself of your own body. And most importantly, it's for people who are tired but still trying. It's for people who are tired of trying different treatments, of tired of their disease, of managing their symptoms, but they are still hopeful of finding a solution. That's why it's most important. Reversing neuro musculoskeletal problems with Ashtaang Chikitsa, freedom from pain and medicines. That's the model. Now, Ashtaang Chikitsa addresses a lot of issues. More than 30 neuromusculoskeletal problems are being addressed through one single program because it's a holistic way of treatment. What are the problems that this program addresses? Knee pain, lower back pain, hip issues, pain in the leg, drop foot, spine related issues, slip disc, disc bulge, weak spine, spondylitis, frozen shoulder, drooping shoulder, tennis elbow, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, dislocation, neuropathy, or the nerve issues. Then there are some more, some really chronic ones. Muscular dystrophy is one such ailment. Then multiple sclerosis, TMJ disorder, varicose veins, psoriatic arthritis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, spinal stenosis, myasthenia gravis, Bell's palsy, cervical spondylosis, carpal tunnel syndrome, ataxia, Guillain-Barré syndrome, vascular necrosis or AVN, Alzheimer's, dementia, glaucoma, vertigo, ankylosing spondylitis. The list goes on and on. But these are some of the common ones that this program is addressing. Now, all these diseases that we just talked about are degenerative diseases, which means that the organs are becoming weak. So, long term or a permanent solution is possible if we can somehow increase the regeneration factor of the body. But no medicine can regenerate the organs, be it allopathic, Ayurvedic, homeopathic, or any other medicine. In today's webinar, you'll discover the one and only method that can regenerate the internal organs. Now, let's hear from Swami Sri Rajvibhu. As I was saying, that we'll play a recorded video. Please pay attention to what he has to say about the human body, because this information is not available elsewhere. Through his knowledge, thousands of people suffering from chronic ailments have transformed their lives completely. It can change yours also. Just give me a second as I play that video.
Namaste to all of you and good morning. Am I audible? Am I audible? There is nothing harm in giving a little smile. You'll feel good. Isn't it? Smile has become rare in the world. So, what we are doing? We are doing Ashtaang Chikitsa or Ashtaang therapy. Anybody who has heard this name Ashtaang before? Have you ever heard this name Ashtaang? People into Yoga Kalachara, they might have heard this word Ashtaang. But what we are presenting is a part of Ayurveda, not yoga. So it will be a little different, right? This is a part of Ayurveda. Now to introduce you to Kumbhak, are you doing Kumbhak in your daily life? So let's start from there. Anybody and everybody cannot do any function without Kumbhak. So let's understand Kumbhak first and let's see what can Kumbhak do in your life. So anybody and everybody cannot function without doing Kumbhak. So let's do an experiment, right? We'll do an experiment. And you have put your cameras off. I don't know whom I'm speaking to. It's when people gather together, it's an opportunity to actually see faces and meet people. And you don't know tomorrow will be there or not. Can anybody guarantee? So enjoy your today. If possible, put on your cameras. Clasp your fingers. Clasp your fingers. And pull hard. Pull hard. As hard as possible. How you creating this strength of pull? Relax. How you are pulling. How you are pulling. Lot of things might be coming to your mind. Using the strength of your muscles, using your conviction, using your mind and whatnot. But you are not looking at the right point. So let's do it again. And wherever I am indicating, look there. Let's do it again. If you do the experiment, you will know what I am talking about. So everybody should participate. Pull hard. And see, the more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes or no? The more hard you want to pull, the more you have to hold your breath. Can we now push? Can we do a pushing experiment? Push hard. And see, the more hard you want to push, the more you have to hold your breath. Yes? Yes? Now pick up a point in front of you. Pick up a point in front of you, a small object or a point in front of you, and try to focus without distraction. Focus on that point. Focus on that point. Become absolutely still and focus on that point. The more focus you want to create, you'll see your breath will become shallow and it will hold up. You can relax, I don't know if you had breakfast or not. You had breakfast? You had breakfast, okay. Just remember clearly with your closed eyes. Remember clearly in detail what kind of breakfast you had in the morning. Close your eyes and try to remember in detail the colorful imagination. See, even if you have to remember, you have to hold your breath. And then your remembrance becomes better. Okay, relax. Somebody talked about dementia. What is your problem? Why you are not able to remember? Because you are not able to hold your breath. Now, if you have to balance yourself, stand on one leg, or somebody is pushing you. You want to stay on the ground. You want to hold the ground. What do? What do? Somebody wants to push you and you want to hold the ground. What do? You hold your breath. Yes. You want to stand on one leg. Create a balance. How do you create a balance? You hold your breath. Right? How do you dance? How do you sing? How do you walk? You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Don't notice it. You don't notice it. You hold your breath in variable proportion behind. Walking, jogging, yoga, Zumba, aerobics, whatever you do, household chore, whatever you do, even you have to get up from the chair. What did you do? You held your breath for a short time, isn't it? Can you do any action without holding your breath behind? You can't. The only thing is you are not noticing it. You are not noticing it. So action in life happens because of kumbhaka, the breath hold that you did in variable proportion, at variable point of time, in variable mode, sitting, standing, lying down. What you are doing? You are holding your breath, or you are doing kumbhaka. You are doing kumbhak to do an action. Now, in all your problems, in neuro musculoskeletal problems, what is the basic issue that you have? It is inability to do action properly. Yes or no? Any kind of neuro musculoskeletal problem, what is the basic issue that you are suffering from? You are not able to do action properly. When you do action, either you feel pain, or you do not have that kind of strength, or you do not have hold over your limbs. Yes? So let's understand the basic problem. Only if we understand the basic problem and we connect it with something which is practical, you can come out of the problem. Otherwise, in the last 100 years, tell me one person who has come out of arthritis by taking medicine. One person who has come out of rheumatoid by taking medicine. One person who has come out of Parkinson, dementia, and so on and so forth, osteoporosis, by taking any kind of medicine. We do not have even a single proof in the last 100 years that we have come out of these problems by taking medicine. And I'm talking about chemical medicine, allopathic medicine. Now, one more commonsensical question. Would you put diesel into a petrol engine or a petrol vehicle? No? Not, never? Never. So, tell me, was your body designed for a chemical intake? Your body was not designed for chemical intake. For the vehicle, you use your common sense. For human, your body, where does this common sense go? If your body is not designed for chemical intake, your body is not going to become better or healthier by chemical intakes. So where is the proof? All these diseases, are they increasing in the world or decreasing in the world? It's all increasing. All the chronic diseases are increasing in the world. Is there a single diabetic patient who has come out of diabetes by taking medicine in the last 100 years? One blood pressure heart disease patient? Do you know blood pressure and heart disease has become the #1 cause of death? Thyroid patient, have we been able to cure any thyroid patient? Autoimmune disorder patient? Cancer is increasing at the rate of 12% every year. Arthritis, rheumatoid, and you listen to all those problems. Neuro Musculoskeletal Problems. Even a single patient hasn't been able to come out of these problems by taking chemical medicine. In fact, the data says these all problems are rampantly increasing in the world. So it is high time that we look in some other direction. We think out of the box. With a different kind of a false narrative, you are not going to become better. You start with one medicine, and how many medicines you have come up to? Now, if we understand this body, we can understand how we can reverse our problems. The whole purpose is to reverse these problems. So one example, the core key of how to reverse your problem, I have given it through an experiment. So whenever you make effort, you use kumbhak. Now effort happens with your neuro-musculoskeletal system. You use your breath hold to integrate your neuro-musculoskeletal system to make an effort. Right? So if your neuromusculoskeletal system do not get the proper regeneration and degeneration, you will not be able to make right effort or proper effort. What I am talking about is regeneration in the body, new tissues forming, and degeneration of the body, old tissues going out of the body. This is a continuous process that is happening in the body. So let's see, is this regeneration and degeneration, the balance of this has deviated in the world? So what is your knee problem? What is your knee problem? The regeneration of cartilages are not happening. Myelitis, or what you call as myopathy, muscle loss, muscle weakness, what is that? The regeneration is not happening properly. The arthritis factor also happens because of lot of toxins at the joint. The degeneration is not happening properly. Toxins are not getting removed from the body properly. So this regeneration and degeneration is something that we have to get into balance. How many people you see are overweight or underweight in today's world? This problem is huge in the world, isn't it? Either the people are overweight or underweight. To maintain the right weight balance has become difficult in the world. Yes, isn't it? Yes. What is the basic problem? It is the imbalance of regeneration and degeneration. In Ayurveda, the rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. There is a word for it in Ayurveda. The rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. The energy of regeneration and degeneration is called as Pitta. And the material management in regeneration and degeneration is called as Kapha. So Ayurveda says, if there is a deviation of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, you will get into neuromusculoskeletal problem. I am generalizing it. Any kind of neuromusculoskeletal problem comes under what I am describing. So, I will describe it in another way also. But let's first talk about regeneration and degeneration. Now, this regeneration and degeneration depends upon what? It depends upon your body's ability to utilize food. What you term as metabolism. Your body's ability to utilize food. The food that you eat, the body should be able to utilize it to create new tissues, to create muscles, to create bone density, to create nervous system or nerves. Now this metabolism has gone weak in the world. What is the proof? Do you know neuromusculoskeletal problem is example, the core key of how to reverse your problem. I have given it through an experiment. So whenever you make effort, you use kumbhak. Now effort happens with your neuro-musculoskeletal system. You use your breath hold to integrate your neuro-musculoskeletal system to make an effort. Right? So if your neuromusculoskeletal system do not get the proper regeneration and degeneration, you will not be able to make right effort or proper effort. What I am talking about is regeneration in the body, new tissues forming, and degeneration of the body, old tissues going out of the body. This is a continuous process that is happening in the body. So let's see, is this regeneration and degeneration, the balance of this has deviated in the world? So what is your knee problem? What is your knee problem? The regeneration of cartilages are not happening. Myelitis, or what you call as myopathy, muscle loss, muscle weakness, what is that? The regeneration is not happening properly. The arthritis factor also happens because of lot of toxins at the joint. The degeneration is not happening properly. Toxins are not getting removed from the body properly. So this regeneration and degeneration is something that we have to get into balance. How many people you see are overweight or underweight in today's world? This problem is huge in the world, isn't it? Either the people are overweight or underweight. To maintain the right weight balance has become difficult in the world. Yes, isn't it? Yes. What is the basic problem? It is the imbalance of regeneration and degeneration. In Ayurveda, the rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. There is a word for it in Ayurveda. The rate of regeneration and degeneration is called as Vata. The energy of regeneration and degeneration is called as Pitta. And the material management in regeneration and degeneration is called as Kapha. So Ayurveda says, if there is a deviation of Vata, Pitta, Kapha, you will get into neuromusculoskeletal problem. I am generalizing it. Any kind of neuromusculoskeletal problem comes under what I am describing. So, I will describe it in another way also. But let's first talk about regeneration and degeneration. Now, this regeneration and degeneration depends upon what? It depends upon your body's ability to utilize food. What you term as metabolism. Your body's ability to utilize food. The food that you eat, the body should be able to utilize it to create new tissues, to create muscles, to create bone density, to create nervous system or nerves. Now this metabolism has gone weak in the world. What is the proof? Do you know neuro musculoskeletal problem is a metabolic disorder? Do you know diabetes is metabolic disorder? Do you know heart disease is metabolic disorder? Thyroid is metabolic disorder. Cancer is metabolic disorder. Any kind of chronic disease has a metabolic disorder in its core. Even your immune system disorder, autoimmune disease and other immune disorder, metabolism is a precursor to any immune system disorder. And they work inversely proportional. If your immunity is high, your metabolism will come down. Your immunity will go high when your body will get into some kind of risk. Do you think when you put a chemical inside the body gets into risk? Your body is not designed for chemical intake. When you put a chemical medicine into your body, the body gets into risk. It enhances, increases the immune system and downplays the metabolic system. All metabolic disorder is increasing in the world because of chemical medicine intake increasing rampantly in the world. One major factor of why you have got into neuromusculoskeletal problem is from childhood you are taking in chemicals or pushing chemicals inside the body. In the name of vaccination, in the name of doing something good to your body, you are actually doing a criminal act with the body. And obviously, the health quotient of the world cannot increase because of your destruction or destructive activity on your own body. I'll give you one example. All of you must have some quantity of medicine at home. Everybody has paracetamol, yes or no? You have paracetamol or some kind of painkiller in your home, in your first aid box, right? Now I'm just trying to make you understand. It is very important that you get it right. If you understand the whole thing clearly, then only you will be able to take a right decision towards correcting your system, isn't it? What you do in your life is your freedom. But you must get it clear in your head first. So, there are two kinds of painkillers. One is called as steroids. The other category is called as NSAID, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Your paracetamol, nimesulide, there are many, ibuprofen, aceclofenac, diclofenac, all these comes under NSAID. Now they They do this pain relieving activity by inhibiting a biocomplex called prostaglandin. Prostaglandin inhibitors. They are called as prostaglandin inhibitors. Now, prostaglandin, what it does? Prostaglandin activates the regenerative factor in your body. When you are taking a painkiller, you are saying, I don't want new tissues in my body. When you are taking a painkiller or you are trying to put down your fever, you basically are saying, I don't want regeneration in my body. So what will you get? When you take paracetamol, what will you get in the life? Arthritis, rheumatoid, myasthenia gravis, dementia, tendinitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, and so on and so forth. Because these are all degenerative disease. What will your body do if it has to kill a virus within itself? Everybody of you must have gone through some kind of cold and cough, viral flu or corona. In your life, you must have gone through all these cold and cough, viral flu, some kind of a viral infection. What happens when you get cold and cough? What happens first in your body? The body raises the temperature, what you call as fever. The body raises the temperature. By increasing the temperature by 5 degrees, the virus will get killed. But the moment body raises temperature, what do? Paracetamol. You are saying, I don't want you to kill the virus. So you want to treat yourself by taking medicine. If you don't take medicine, the viral will go off in 3 to 5 days. But if you take medicine, it will go off in a week to 15 days. But we are intelligent people, you know. We want to give credit to some medicine. So a week and 15 days is okay. Because if you would not have taken the medicine, you would have been treated in 3. You would have become well in 3 to 5 days. But we are intelligent people and we have to give credit to the recovery to some medicine. We choose a longer path. Okay, we'll become fine in 10 to 15 days, so we take medicine. Despite of your taking chemical intake, you are still living and breathing. Just pat your back, appreciate your body at least. With so much of torture, you are still living. This body is such a resilient entity. You have tried to kill it in every possible way, still it is living. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You are trying to stop or activate every function within yourself, within the body. The body knows how to survive, how to do action. Are you doing the heart activity inside the body, your own body? Are you doing it? Are you conducting it? Are you conducting any function inside the body? Doing the heartbeat? You are not doing it. You don't know how it is happening. Liver function, are you doing it? Kidney function? Neuro function? No, you are not doing it. But you feel it is my right to stop any function inside the body or deviate any function inside the body. You take in a chemical. These chemicals are called agonist or antagonist. They either stop a function or deviate a function. So we have tried to kill this body in every possible way. If it is still surviving, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, isn't it? You must at least appreciate the sturdiness, the robustness of this mechanism, which is human body. Okay, so I just gave you a hint of what we are doing. Don't go on narrative. You all are intelligent species. Use your wisdom rather your information or education. Please use your wisdom. You are all intelligent people. Don't always agree to what somebody says. There is a wisdom of life there which is alive in you. If you think from that wisdom, you can see this very clearly. So, Vata Pitta Kapha. Now I'll talk about Vata Pitta Kapha in a way where we can actually correct it. So, the whole system or any living entity functions on three factors, which is Vata Pitta Kapha. Of course, I described it in a different manner. Now I am describing it in a different manner. First, the most powerful aspect which is needed inside your body is pressure. Pressure. Because action always happens in pressure gradient. So even if the cloud has to pour somewhere, you have read this rain cycle. From the sea, the water has to rise and become cloud. Then the cloud moves from high pressure to low pressure zone and pours down there. So even the cloud movement happens in a pressure gradient. From lower down in a tree, the tree has to pump water and mineral and all the food up. That happens in a pressure gradient from a high pressure to a lower pressure zone. In your body, food moves into your cells and out of your cells in a pressure gradient. You have to create an osmotic pressure. Your body has to create an osmotic pressure of the tissues and cells for proper intake and exchange of materials and gases and water. So your body functions in the right kind of a pressure ecosystem or architecture. If this pressure architecture goes down, your organs will not function properly. The absorption will not happen properly. Metabolism will not happen properly. Exchange of water, gases, and nutrients will not happen properly. The right kind of pressure has to be generated in the body. Now I'm giving you one more example and proof to understand this. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. Just imagine your grandfather, grandmother. If you compare your grandfather and grandmother with yourself and think of the same age line, at the same age, what is the difference between them and you? One common difference. You can say they were not into these many problems. Yes, but what is that factor because of which they were not into all these chronic disease? They could make more effort with their body. You can't make that much of an effort with your body in comparison. They could do lot of things at a particular age with their body make lot of effort, at the same age you are not that efficient comparatively, isn't it? What we have lost through the ages, we have lost the capacity of effort making, of making effort. Our capacity of making effort is less than their capacity. So what you have lost fundamentally, if you have lost effort making ability, you have lost the capacity to hold your breath, because you make effort by holding your breath. Yes or no? Are you getting it? Are you with me? We have done an experiment. If somebody has joined later, they can watch the webinar again, because it is very important that you understand things. Only then your life will become better. It will not become better with ideas and narratives. So what you have lost in 2 generations, the ability to make effort with your body. That means you have lost the ability to hold your breath. Do you want to improve your life or not? Do you want to improve your effort making ability or not? Do you need a Kumbhak practice or not? Let me tell you, this is the only way through which your life experience, the quality of life will improve. There is no other way. If you think some medicine can improve your life, you are daydreaming. It will never happen. You must increase the body's ability to make effort. Now, what is metabolism? What is metabolism? The body's ability to utilize food. Now, take an example from your life's experience. You know, in your life, whenever you did lot of activity, that day you get lot of hunger. You become more hungry, isn't it? The more you become hungry, the more the body utilizes food. So with lot of effort in your young days, whenever you did lot of effort, lot of work, you became more hungry that day, you ate more food and your body utilized more food. How did you do that activity? Whatever activity that you did, by holding your breath in variable proportion. When you did Kumbhak, your body's ability to utilize food and your hunger increased. So Kumbhak increases metabolism. And we have lot of proof of that. There are thousands of people who have done Kumbhak and they have improved their metabolism. Their regeneration capacity has increased. People with lot of degenerative disease, they have come out of those diseases. People have come out of degenerative neuro disease also. Paralysis. People have come out of paralysis. Drop foot, myasthenia gravis, lockjaw, frozen shoulder. And we always say, even in the case of Parkinson, there is only one way in which you can improve your condition, and that is by doing Kumbhak. So first thing first, your metabolism has to improve. The moment your metabolism improves, the autoimmune factor of the body balances out. So whenever you take a pill or take some food which is deviated, genetically modified, hybrid, processed, inorganic, your body gets into risk. So it increases the immune quotient, the immune factor, the metabolism goes down. Whenever you take medicine, the immunity increases, metabolism goes down. We have deviated the environment also. Even with your breath, when you are breathing, your immune factor is trying to push up and your metabolism trying to go down. No doubt, all the metabolic diseases are on rise. They are becoming epidemic. So first thing first, you have to increase your metabolism. And that will happen with Kumbhak. With Kumbhak, you can increase your metabolism and you'll see the moment you increase your metabolism, the autoimmune factor which is there inside the body, it goes down. It balances out itself. So even rheumatoid arthritis or any kind, Hashimoto or any kind of autoimmune syndrome in the body, it gets balanced out. It can become, you can reverse those things. By taking in steroid, you will get into more and more problem. You should only take chemicals in a very emergency situation and for a short period of time. You should only take medicine when the condition is at a very high risk, and that too you should take it for a short period of time. Then you should ideally work upon the body in such a manner that your body's recovery strength, regenerative strength, metabolic strength, immunity, hormonal balance, detox strength, they improve. And the body should be able to take care by itself because your body is designed for it. It can take care of anything by itself, but that strength has become very weak. So by Kumbhak we can increase all those strengths. So you should be working upon the body. If you start doing Kumbhak, you should work upon the body for at least 6 months. For 3 months continuously if you work, you can reduce 50% of your chemical medicine and take some alternative natural medicine. After 6 months, you decrease that 50% of chemical also to null. 100% of what medication you should be taking has to be natural without any side effect, those kind of medication. Herbal. After 1 year, no medication at all because your body is designed to take care of itself. You don't have the recovery strength. That's what we will increase through Kumbhak. Now, you can't change the environment. The second factor. I'll talk about 3 factors and then we'll go towards the question answer session. We'll tell you a little about the course. So the second factor. With every chemical, you get a side effect. You get an adverse drug reaction in the body. Right? Now, it doesn't happen with just chemical intake. It happens with the deviated food intake also. It happens with the deviated environment also. Now, you can't change the environment overnight. You should start changing the environment today. It will take 200 years. So what you should build is your tolerance toward a deviated environment. To build a tolerance toward a deviated food. To build a tolerance towards the adverse drug reaction. If you are tolerant enough, you will get less damage in the body. You can reduce the damage. You can reduce the adverse drug reaction. You can reduce the impact, the side effect of those things, isn't it? So how do you tolerate things? Now suppose you lift a 10 kg weight. You lift a 10 kg weight. How do you lift it up? How do you tolerate it? You hold your breath, isn't it? Can you lift any weight without holding your breath? No. The more weight you have to lift up, you'll have to hold your breath more. So you tolerate things by holding your breath. Suppose you have to now lift 20 kg weight. So you have to hold your breath even more, isn't it? How do you tolerate weight? 10 kg weight? By holding your breath in a certain proportion. Now if you have to lift 20 kg weight, you will have to hold your breath even more. Are you practicing it? No, you are not practicing it. You are not doing kumbhak. So how will you ensure that you do the risk in your life, the future risk gets reduced in your life? How can you ensure then? If you do not improve the tolerance of this body. By taking medicine, you will land up in a hospital one day. That is for sure. And the organ damage will happen one after another. You have to ensure that you tolerate the wrongs, the side effects of whatever we are consuming at this point of time. Not only consumption, but the environment also. So if you have more tolerance, you will be saved. Otherwise, there is no chance. Right? Second part, I have told you. Tolerance. That's how your future risk and the tolerance to all the wrongdoings will increase. You will get less damage. Okay. So, metabolism you have to improve. Kumbhak will improve. Tolerance you have to build. That Kumbhak will do. Third thing. What is the greatest weakness in your body which has created all the damage? Do you know it? You actually don't know. What all your diagnostics do is basically measure the symptom that is happening. But why the damage happened inside the body, nobody can actually scan it, diagnose it, do any test of it. The diagnostic system, the current diagnostic system cannot even tell you 1% of the total things that is happening inside the body. So it is insufficient. We have to do some other kind of diagnosis which can tell us the root weakness in the system and work upon it for a faster result. So that is why we do the world's only Prana Shakti diagnosis, which actually diagnoses the weakness in the functional capacity of human body, a particular functional capacity. So we tell you to do a little experiment with your breath, with a little experiment with your body and emotions, and fill up the form. Those results actually help us to come to a conclusion of what functional aspect of your body has become weak, because of which you have got into a particular problem, and then the other problem also came along. That is what we take as a basis to customize your module. We teach you a generic module. All of you will be taught a generic or the same kind of a Kumbhak module, and after diagnosis we'll customize it as per your body. So everybody's Kumbhak module gets customized according to the problem the person is facing, because all of you don't have the same problem, isn't it? You have all different problems, And it has progressed into multiple issues also, but something might have started first. So we do a diagnosis, a different non-invasive world's only prana shakti diagnosis, which actually tells us the functional weakness of your body. Right? We don't test ingredients, we don't test levels, we test the functional weakness of your body. And we customize the module according to that so that you get a faster and a better result. So pressure I talked about is one thing through which you do action. The temperature of your body also has an ability to treat you or and keep you in a better health. That is called as pitta. Pressure and temperature actually does the material management of your body. So pressure is called as vata. Pressure also generates or regulates the temperature of your body. So it is called as pitta, the temperature factor. And the third factor is kapha, which is basically material management, which happens because of pressure and temperature. So this is vata, pitta, kapha. The most powerful way to correct vata, pitta, kapha is regulating the pressure. You can regulate the pressure by breath hold only. There is no other way. So we control the vata. The vata is controlled by pressure. The pressure also regulates the pitta, temperature of your body. So vata, pitta gets controlled. Vata, pitta together controls the material management, the kapha factor in your body. The regeneration, degeneration thereby gets into balance. Right? So just by two factors, regeneration and degeneration, I have explained how it can be corrected and what are you doing to correct it, what is the right approach, what you are doing, how it is a wrong approach. You can take a proof of evidence of the numbers, the data of people into disease and how much it is increasing day by day. From there you can have the evidence of what I am saying. And you also know it through your own experience. So the experiments that we did, it's all into your experience. So we have to look at the health of humanity from a completely different perspective to actually reverse it, come to a state of health and happiness. Right? I'll stop here.
Yeah, thank you for listening to Swamiji patiently. I hope you got a completely different perspective about the body and how we can correct the functions in the body. Now, we have a old participant from a previous batch, Veena ji. Uh, Veena ma'am, are you there? Just there are two Veenas who are okay. Let me just unmute you and put you on spotlight.
Yeah, Debbie is
Welcome,
also
Veena
there.
ji. Kindly share with our participants what all problems you were going through, health issues, how you came about Ashtaang Chikitsa, what were your doubts, and what benefits you got now.
First
Please.
of all, I wanted to offer my gratitude to Swamiji and all your team who are the excellent, who gave us excellent support. And my actually, when we did this workshop or course in Sydney, Debbie is also there with me now. And I think she's also very happy. And my personal experience is I was a bit hesitant because I attended in January your first webinar. I wasn't sure whether I will be able to commit, the 20 weekends basically, to learn and practice. But then in February, I decided, let me give it a go. And I was so happy, that I decided to join it. I was suffering, and I'm still suffering. I'm not saying within 2 months it is cured, but my journey had just started because of the teaching. and I feel confident that it is going to help me a lot. I had a lot of problems with my knee. My meniscus was torn, and then I had sciatica pain, and I had spinal stenosis and artery closure, and all these sort of issues. And I have been taking lots of treatments, physiotherapy and osteopath, all these things. And I was frustrated, and I came to the point that I'm not going to get recovered. I couldn't sit, I was on crutches. Then I started slowly walking. Now I'm not using any crutches. And day before yesterday, I could sit on the floor and I was on the moon, like I couldn't believe that I could sit on the floor. And it happens every day. I mean, I could feel how the body changes and responds to the kriyas which were taught to us. And I feel everyone should do it, like I know you have to commit yourself. That is the only thing you have to do from your part. And that's what I wanted to say. But it's a great program, great team, and great support. And what Swamiji has designed, it is really going to change my life if I do consistently. And I promise, I have given myself promise and commitment that I'm going to do it.
Thank you, Vinam. Thank you so much. And more best wishes to you. It's just a matter of time. Like Swamiji says, the reversal is confirmed. The only factor is the time. Thank you very much. All right.
Thanks.
So let me share the program details now, as a lot of you must be waiting for this. Just give me a second, and I'll share my slides once again. All right. So up until now, you've seen what Kumbhak therapy is and how it works. But knowing isn't the same as fixing it. Because what I'm about to show you is how we take you from where you are now, whatever condition you are in now, to a calm body, natural breathing, and the ability to move through your day without fatigue or discomfort or any kind of an assisted living, without constant dependence on medication. That's the goal. Ashtaang Chikitsa online program details. First, it's a guided program which is conducted online by trained Kumbhak mentors. We have a team of mentors who've been trained by Swamiji himself, and they'll be the ones who'll be conducting your classes. As you know, that there are three modules in the program: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and Swamiji explained a lot about all these three. Duration of each module is 21 days or 3 weeks. So 3 weeks into three modules makes it a 9-week program. But in under program overview, you can see 9+1. So why 1 week has been added, that also we'll understand. Over a period of these 9 weeks, there will be a total of 18 classes, which means 2 live classes per week. One class is called the main class, and the second class is called the practice class. We'll talk about the difference between the two. What are the next steps? You pay the program fee, and there's the special group fee that we announce in our live webinars. Then you'll be filling up a participant onboarding form so that we can create login credentials to access all the class recordings. And then you'll be starting your classes with module 1. After completing module 1, you'll be moving to the next module and then the third. Each module has to be completed one by one. Then we'll talk about the total classes in each module now. There are 3 modules and 6 classes in each module. So that makes it 18 learning classes. Then there's one customization class also, in which your customization will be explained to you. So total, it becomes 18 plus 1, 19 classes. What is the class start date? 2nd May, 7 a.m. BST. This is the batch that we are starting. It's a weekend batch, Saturdays and Sundays. The main class will be on Saturday, and on Sunday will be the main class. What is the class experience is like? As you must have understood by now, these are live sessions conducted on the Zoom app. The mentors watch all the participants, so it will be compulsory to keep your camera switched on during the classes. And if required, your mentors will correct you there and then in the live class. You'll also get written instructions which can be downloaded and even printed also if you want to. Session recordings will be there through a login ID and password so that you can watch the class recording again to understand things in a better way. Then there'll be a lot of extra things. You'll get mental practices, unique diet perspective will be given. Mind you, this is not a diet plan, it's a food perspective. And there are no dietary restrictions while you are doing this program. A lot of people ask us if they have to stop any kind of a non-veg food, if they have to stick to a certain kind of a diet. None at all. You can continue having the kind of food that you're used to eating. That's the beauty of this program. Through this, you'll get a video about from Swamiji in which he talks about how to use food so that it supports the body and not harm it. And through this perspective, you'll come to know the right way to consume food. Then there'll be simple detox processes, and a lot of knowledge will be shared during these 9 or 10 weeks that you'll be with us. Now, let's talk about what all you get in the program. How is the program conducted? The number of classes. I've already explained in short. I will explain with detail. Pran Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination. This is the magic of this therapy because, like Swamiji said in the video, also we don't measure ingredients, levels, none. This is a unique diagnosis because through this diagnosis, Swamiji is able to determine the weak functional strengths in your body, which got you into your current health issues. You'll get a link to a form and you'll be asked to do some experiments on your breath and emotions and note the observations in this form. Second, you will be writing about all your health issues in detail in this form and in the order that they occurred in. That first this problem came, then this, then this. In this way, you'll be writing. And third, you'll be asked to upload a selfie photograph, shoulder and above, in which the face should show very clearly, but there have to be no specs on the eyes. And in case of ladies, no makeup also. When these three things reach Swamiji, he is able to determine the weak functional strengths in your body. Then weekly, there'll be one main class. The duration of each class will be about 45 to 60 minutes. Questions will be taken after the live class is over. So you'll be able to ask after the class, whatever doubts or questions you have in the class only. Then there'll be one practice class of 45 to 60 minutes. Now, what is the difference between the two? In the main class, many things will take place. For example, the mentors will demonstrate how a kumbhak practice is to be done because there's a formula, there's a ratio, there's a count till which you to inhale. Like somebody asked in the chat that somebody that suffering from BP, they are told not to hold the breath for long. You don't have to hold the breath for long. That's a misunderstanding. The longer you hold the breath, the stronger you will become. No, there's a formula. How long to inhale, how long to hold, while holding, where all you will be focusing, because this is a combination of focus points and breath hold. And then there's a count till which you to inhale. In some of the Kumbhak practices, you'll again hold the breath after exhalation, and there'll be a count. So in each main class, this formula, new formulas will keep on adding. In each class, you learn new formulas, and that will keep on adding to your daily practice. So this is one thing that will be happening in the class. The mentors will demonstrate. Then, in some of the classes, Swamiji's videos may be played for more information, for more in-depth knowledge. And third, there'll be some time left. You'll be practicing along with your mentors. This is the main class. Then in the practice class, it will be complete practice only, as the name says it. You will be practicing with your cameras switched on. Then you'll have access to recordings of all the live classes for 3 months after the program is over. This program is of 9 weeks, which is about roughly about 2.5 months, 2.5 months plus 3 months. You'll have complete access to the recordings. Then videos of all kriyas done in the class, all the formulas that I just talked about, will be short videos of each formula. So you don't have to watch the whole 45 or 60 minutes of the class recording just to see how the formula was taught. You just play that video and it saves a lot of time that way. You'll get written instructions which can be downloaded to your device, either on your phone or on your laptop, and even printed if you want them to. And these will come very handy when you're traveling or when the internet is low, because that time your videos may not play. But if you have the written instruction with you, you'll be able to do your practices daily. Then this is the most important part of the support system that we provide. Like I said, there'll be 2 live classes per week. The remaining days of the week, you'll be required to practice on your own. And while practicing on your own, if you have any doubt, any question, you have to post them in this group. This is the class WhatsApp group. The mentors who are there in the live classes are also added to this WhatsApp group. So they'll answer all your questions, they'll clarify all your doubts, and they'll keep guiding you in a step-by-step manner. Because a lot of times you may not have any question in your mind during the live class, but after the class, if you have any doubt, this is the place to post them in. Then individual participant progress tracking and feedback after every module. Since there are 3 modules in the program, you'll be filling up a short form. Through that form, we come to know how much of progress you are making. And if somebody is not making any progress, we try to find out the reason. We try to find out if you are doing the practices as per the instructions or not, as per the formula or not, if you're practicing on a regular basis or not. And we find a couple of other things that helps us track your progress. Then this is this is something which happens in the 10th week. Based on your Pran Shakti diagnosis, every participant will get their different customized practices. Now, a question arises, if the diagnosis is done in the first initial days of joining, it's done in the first 10 days of joining, but it's used in the 10th week only. Why? Shouldn't that customization be done initially only? That's the question many people have. And it's a valid question. See, these customized practices, these are really powerful. And if given in the first week only, in the beginning only, your body will not be able to bear the impact of these powerful practices. Because when you're talking about neuro musculoskeletal problems or any kind of a chronic ailment, there's already internal organ weakness. So, in these 9 weeks, the body or the organ strength is brought to a level wherein when you get your customized practice in the 10th week, the body does not come under any kind of a problem. That's what they given in the last week. Then you'll also get specially recorded audio instructions, which you can just listen to and do your practices. This saves a lot of time because when you're referring to a video, you have to watch first and then do. But here you just play it and keep doing along with the instructions. It saves a lot of time. For most people, Kumbhak is something very new. So uh, you can go to Google and type Avisa healing and see what people have written about it. There are more than 300 testimonials now, and just notice the average star rating of 4.8, which is considered very high. And most of these reviews that you'll read will be really long ones because people just want to talk and talk and talk about it because after so many years, they are seeing something which is getting them health benefits and getting them out of their chronic ailments. If you want to watch the video testimonials, you can go to our YouTube channel. You just type Avisa Healing and you'll come across this green color logo with Avisa Healing and Fitness written. This is our YouTube channel. You can click on Ashtaang Chikitsa testimonials and you'll be able to see 584. The last time I checked 2 days before, 584 testimonials are there. And for your information, I'd like to share that only 10% of the people give testimonials because most of them do not want to talk about their health issues publicly, which means there are thousands and thousands of people getting results from this. So have a look, have a watch. What's the course fees? Now, before that, before letting you know the course fees, I'll just let you know that there are three ways in which you can take up this program. Option one is one-on-one personal classes, and option two is group classes. In one-on-one personal classes, there'll be one instructor dedicated for one participant. The fee for this is Indian rupees 60,000, which can be paid in two equal installments. If you pay in a single shot payment, it's Indian rupees 55,000 only. But if the fee is paid by 12:30 p.m. in the next 2 days, the fee payable is 50,000. This is for one-on-one personal classes. Now I'll talk about the group classes. In group classes, there'll be multiple participants. There'll be about 15 to 20 participants in a group class, group setting. The normal fee is 21,000 INR. But like I said, special webinar fee I'll be letting you know is just INR 15,000. In GBP, you can calculate it's 120 Australian dollars, 228 US dollar, it's 160. It's now I'll just recap what all you get in the program. Trans Shakti diagnosis for root cause determination, weekly one main class of 45 to 60 minutes, weekly one practice class, access to recordings for 6 months after the program is over, videos of all classes done in the class, written instruction in English and Hindi. We do provide Hindi, but whatever language you want, then you can take up that. Private WhatsApp group to ask doubts and questions in individual participant progress tracking and feedback after every module. Therapy customization in the 10th week and audio instruction. How to enroll? There's a 5-step process. You pay the program fee and then post the payment receipt in the WhatsApp group. The same WhatsApp group in which you got the link to attend this webinar. Jhansi from our team, she will confirm your payment in the group and then she will send you the participant onboarding form link and the class WhatsApp group join link where you get daily support, which I talked about a short while ago. And then you'll be starting your classes to learn Ashtaang Chikitsa, simple 5-step process. Payment methods, all the normal payment methods. If you have an Indian account, you can pay through that. For international payments, you can use your credit card, PayPal account, or a site called wise.com. This wise.com website, it's used by a lot of people from overseas because there's a very low transaction fee when compared to PayPal or other methods of payment. Now, this is the world-class support team which will make sure that you're able to do this program successfully and get great results with this. We have Rachna Shima Bothra, she's the program director. Shalini Bhagwat is the class manager. Neha and Jhansi, they are in charge of enrollments. Manager IT is Ashwini. Then we have a team of mentors, Neena, Ranjana, Soni, Aruna, Meera, Sushma, Manvi, Anjali, Ganga, Aditi, and Vivi. In technical, we have Sheetal. Sheetal is the person who will help you if you face any issues with technology. For example, if you're not able to log into your course dashboard, if your videos are not playing, if you're not able to download the instructions, for all these things, Sheetal will be helping you out. Then in personal support, we have Anita. She calls each and every participant on WhatsApp to find out how your program is going on, if you're able to understand everything or not. And if somebody is facing any kind of a problem, she gives a very fast solution because she is directly talking to you. And we do a lot of collaboration with other doctors and healers and therapists. So that part of the work is being taken care of by Anirjan, that's me. So if any of you want to collaborate and offer this therapy to your own patients, you can talk about that later on. Now, here are super bonuses, two super bonuses for fast action takers. Game time. If you enroll by 12 midnight, today, 25th April 2026, you can unlock two amazing bonuses. What are those? Bonus one, you get 12 months of access to class recordings instead of the 3 months. And the second bonus is really, really amazing. You also get 12 months of live Zoom consultations. Now, what do 12 months of live Zoom consultations mean? It means 48 live Zoom support sessions over the next year, over the next 12 months, which means 4 Zoom consultations a month, which means once a week live Zoom consultation with a senior mentor. It means ongoing mentorship and accountability for 12 months after the program ends. We are talking about after the program ends, not during the program. And you also get expert guidance, answers, and clarity week after week when the program is over. That's what we mean by 12 months of live Zoom consultation support. We call it a no-brainer offer because the bonuses themselves are worth more. If you calculate in terms of money, it's more than the cost of the program. Thus, if you calculate the consultation with a senior mentor at just INR 500 at consultation, in 48 it comes to 24,000 INR. And what's the core fee? Only 15,000 INR. That's why we call it a no-brainer offer. Now, with Kumbhak, you can put an end to years of pain and suffering like thousands of people already have and are still benefiting from this. Because a lot of times that we talk to our participants, most of them share that we don't know what therapy will work, where to go. Allopathy is the only thing that is the closest that we get. You just open your door and you'll find a hospital or a doctor or a clinic. But all holistic methods of treatment, they're nowhere. I mean, they're not accessible to most of the people. And most importantly, you can empower your body so that it can heal itself without medicine. Body can take you out of any chronic ailment. The only thing is it needs to be supported. Now, Kumbhak, now you have this method which can strengthen this body internally. And that's how you come out of your health issues. And with this, we invite you to enroll and get benefited by this amazing therapy. And if you've got questions, we are here to answer them so that you get more clarity and confidence. Thank you and namaskar. So I'll just see if you've got any questions in the chat. I'm facing diabetes since 22 years, supposed with injection is now having back pain. So please join the program and get benefited because you haven't asked a question, but you stated what your problem is. So please join. BRG, I have arthritis in both knees since 2 years. What is the Kumbhak practice practical method? That's what we teach in the program. And in fact, most of the testimonials are about arthritis only. If you go to a YouTube channel, you'll find. Yes, somebody wants to talk? Okay. You can put in your questions and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Any questions that you have?
Anilji?
Anji?
Anilji, Debbie ji has joined the webinar for testimonial.
Okay, great. So we have another previous participant. I'll just find her. Okay, Debbie Kathas. Okay. Debbie ma'am, welcome to the webinar, and I'm extremely thankful that you took time and joined the webinar. Kindly share with our participants your health issues, the benefits, the doubts, whatever you can. Thank you, all yours.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. And I know it's been a long evening for you. And I was sitting there like Veena 9 weeks ago or 10 weeks ago, trying to decide what to do. Why did I join the course? 9 months ago, I had a neck injury, and well, I don't know whether it was an injury. It was a deterioration in that part of the spine, and I had been to see a physio, the physio, chiropractor, and finally, in the last 9 weeks, I'm doing the course, but also under a new physio. So the interesting part for me was I have done online courses before, but I knew I would have some difficulty committing, and I thought, am I going to really put an effort in? And the reason I did put the effort in was because I was in such atrocious pain. I couldn't sleep at night. I could barely, I had no energy. I was feeling depressed, and I really just thought, close to sort of January this year, I thought I was going to live, till I was 80 or 90 at least. I have longevity in the family, and suddenly I thought at 70, I didn't think I would get through the next 5 years. And I thought that's really sad. And I had just moved house to be close to my grandson, who was the absolute delight in my life. And I couldn't really enjoy being with him because he's still a little baby and a toddler now. And of course, you need a lot of energy. And my background was working with that age group. So I thought I had such a gift to give, but no energy to give it. So here I am, having spent 9 weeks doing the course. And have I changed? Yes, definitely changed. And how do I feel? Amazing. I've been able to really improve my inner strength. I think that's so important. And I never relied on medicine, by the way. I'd always had a great belief in, doing things naturally. So I wouldn't have taken any painkillers for this, but it was challenging. I was using heat and cold and various things and trying to, get better in other ways, but they weren't actually making a difference. And the Kumbhak has transformed the pain. It's not gone, but I was 10 out of 10, and now I'm sort of fluctuate between 2 and 3 and 0, which is an amazing result in 9 weeks. And you can see I've got a sense of humor, and I'm feeling quite joyful, and I'm feeling lively and energized. And I wouldn't normally be able to stay up this late because in the past my head was falling forward, I was falling off to sleep, and I was really having difficulty thinking. So this has really had a huge impact on every aspect of my body. Now, one of the things that really struck me when I was listening to the beginning stages of the course was that it's anything that's musculoskeletal is related to the metabolic system. And it made a lot of sense to me because I'd had, since I was quite, a late teenager, they said Crohn's disease, they said irritable bowel, and my irritable bowel had been so bad since COVID, and I was having lots of difficulty eliminating and getting my digestion back on track. And this has really improved my digestive system. It's improved my mental health. It's improved my physical health and my pain. And I think that, those things are phenomenal. I can see my body changing every day. I had so much toxins, and I didn't even take one painkiller ever. And I was just engorged, which was probably food that wasn't eliminating. And the course has, given me ways to deal with that, which is absolutely tremendous. And if you follow the guidance and you listen carefully and you practice daily, you're going to get something out of this course. And it's so reasonably priced. It's accessible to people. And I really want you to not we're really worth it. It doesn't matter what age we are. If you're young, you're worth it. And if you're my age and older, we're absolutely worth it because we've still got things to give. And we have vibrancy and experience. And, our families want us to be around. So please do this for yourself, because I definitely will have to commit to daily practice, even though now I don't see Ranjit, who was our coach and mentor. I know that I will have to wake up every morning and do this practice. And, it's surprising, as Veena said, one day I couldn't sit on the floor. The next day I'm doing things that I wouldn't have been able to do for the last 10 years. Getting up and down off the floor used to be incredibly hard. Now I can do it more easily and without having to hold on to so many things. I mean, it's freedom, and that's empowering. And I think I sleep better at night. No, it's done in an excellent manner. It's got so many different ways of presenting to you. It's auditory, it's visual, it's kinesthetic. And I'm a teacher by background, so I'm very passionate about the way they've presented this, and the information that's coming to you is second to none. There is just nobody out there that could give you such in-depth and deep understanding of how you can change and improve your life. So if there's anything that I can say, I mean, I'm in debt to the Avisa healing team and to my coaching mentor, Aranjit, but to everyone, to Swamiji, and to all of the people who were in my group. They were wonderful to work with. We didn't get to know each other a lot, but as we moved through the course, we got confidence to share, and that was really special too. And I think we will stay in touch. So please do this for yourself. It is an amazing course, and you will never look back. I promise you, you will get something out of it. It may not be exactly the same as me or Veena, but it will be something amazing. And I really wish you all the best. Please do this. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Devi ma'am. Just listening to you was such a pleasure, and just hearing you with all your energy, excellent. And we wish you all the more and more years of health and happiness. And
Yeah,
like Swamiji says, if you practice Kumbhak for 3 years, you reduce your organ age by 10 years. That's the
definitely.
power. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You can see in my photo, I look different. I looked
Yeah.
really strained. I mean, 2 years ago, I looked more like this. And, this is amazing to me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All the best. Thank you for coming. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So let's further the webinar now. I'll just have a look if somebody has asked any question that I can answer. Give me a second, please. Okay, I'm Zoom user. If I cannot make the live class on course, what can I do? Recordings are there. WhatsApp group is there to ask doubts and questions. Initially, when we didn't launch our international batches, a lot of people from US from a different time zone used to join as per the Indian time zone. So due to the time difference, they couldn't even attend one class. So what they did was they watched the recordings, and in case of any doubt, they asked in the class WhatsApp group. That's how they started getting benefited. And after that, we decided let's have a batch as per the particular country's time zone. So no problem at all. Recordings are there. No more questions. We'll wait for another few seconds. And if somebody types a question, we'll answer. Otherwise, we'll complete this session. If you want to unmute and ask a question, you can do that also. All right. No problem at all. So I wish everyone who is here till the end all the best, and hopefully you got a great insight, and with great insights from Debbie ma'am and Veena ma'am, the kind of results that they're getting, and they'll keep on getting as you keep on practicing. And like Swamiji says, after a time, which he doesn't talk about it much, after a time, a spiritual aspect opens up automatically. People who are doing it for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, they report that. So just for your information, wanted to share this, Debbie ma'am, Veena ma'am. And with this, we'll take uh, take your leave and conclude this session here and now. Namaskar, everyone, and